Liz Cheney urges U.S. Supreme Court to rule quickly on Trump's immunity claim. The former Congresswoman and co-chair of the House January 6 committee Liz Cheney is urging the U.S. Supreme Court to rule quickly on Donald Trump's claim that he has immunity from prosecution for acts he committed while president, so that his 2020 election interference trial can begin before the 2024 election this November. If delay prevents this Trump case from being tried this year, the public may never hear critical and historic evidence developed before the grand jury, and our system may never hold the man most responsible for January 6 to account, Cheney wrote in an opinion article for The New York Times, published on Monday. Trump faces 4 federal election subversion charges, arising from his attempt to overturn his defeat by Joe Biden in 2020, fueled by his lie about electoral fraud and culminating in the deadly attack on Congress by extremist supporters, urged on by the then-president, on the 6th of January 2021. Cheney warned, "I know how Mr. Trump's delay tactics work," adding, "Mr. Trump believes he can threaten and intimidate judges and their families, assert baseless legal defenses and thereby avoid accountability altogether." The special counsel Jack Smith, prosecuting the case against Trump, has urged the court to reject Trump's immunity claim as an unprecedented assault on the structure of our government. Cheney, a Republican and the daughter of the former Vice President Dick Cheney, was ousted from her congressional seat, representing Wyoming, after she became one of the strongest voices from the GOP demanding Trump be held accountable for inciting and failing to stop the January 6 insurrection. She has since said she would prefer Democrats to win in the 2024 elections over members of her own party as it has become more extreme, because she feared the U.S. was sleepwalking into dictatorship, and that another Trump White House presented a tangible threat to American democracy. Cheney said in her New York Times article, "The special counsel's indictment lays out Mr. Trump's detailed plan to overturn the 2020 election, and that senior advisors in the White House, Justice Department and elsewhere repeatedly warned that Mr. Trump's claims of election fraud were false and that his plans for January 6 were illegal." She added, "If Mr. Trump's tactics prevent his January 6 trial from proceeding in the ordinary course, he will also have succeeded in concealing critical evidence from the American people, evidence demonstrating his disregard for the rule of law, his cruelty on January 6 and the deep flaws in character that make him unfit to serve as president. The Supreme Court should understand this reality and conclude without delay that no immunity applies here." The court's 9-member bench leans very conservative, especially after Trump nominated 3 right-wing justices while he was president. The court hears oral arguments in the immunity case on Thursday. Trump and his team urge the court to find that presidents have absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts they take in office and therefore dismiss the federal criminal case.